Anything that has to do remotely with football that you could think of pretty much comes through this department, the equipment department. Typical week is post-game. As soon as the game's over, we usually try to be loaded and ready to roll 45 minutes to an hour after the game. We'll come straight back to the stadium here in Gainesville. Once we arrive at the stadium, the process of unloading, we'll unload a semi. We have an 18-wheeler we travel with. We'll unload all that, unload the player bags, laundry, all the necessities that we take with us on the road trip. For the most part, on Sunday, all day Sunday is laundry. Whether it's folding towels, piecing the loops and the player straps back together, checking game uniforms, coaches' clothes, dry cleaning, that stuff. So, on Sunday we could spend 4 to 4.5 hours just doing laundry. We use the industrial washing machine, so we've got an 80-pound washing machine, which is pretty good size, 60 pounds, and then a 45-pound machine. So we get a lot of stuff in there. Every player has their own, and it's tough to explain, but we have what they call laundry loops. So every player puts their stuff on their loop, and those loops are numbered, as well as the apparel that's on those loops. So we kind of just piece it together. It's like a big puzzle afterwards. You carry a pregame strap, which is a jersey and shorts that they warm up in. Then you carry their padded girdles and undershirts they wear underneath their jerseys and pants. So I mean, that you're looking at, that's another, 200, close to 200 straps for just the 70 players there. Full uniforms will take you're traveling with 70 players to an SEC game, so you'll have theirs. And then typically everybody has a backup jersey. So you're looking, if we've got 120 people on the team, because the thing that's tricky is you don't know who's going to travel until Thursday night, or they may add somebody Friday morning. So we've got to make sure we've at least got a jersey for that person with us. So we'll pack 120 extra jerseys. And then we can always pull helmets, shoulder pads, and backup pants to match what they have here, just in case something does get forgotten. We have 2 sets of helmets, so we'll do the practice helmets, put those back in the lockers. We'll focus on the game helmets, any decals, parts that need to be replaced. We'll do all that on Sunday and Monday. What we do with helmets is really the only way we get judged by the fans is the same way that's our product that we put out on the field, how the team looks. Helmets obviously get the most attention, I should say. When you see it on television, that's the first thing you really notice of a player's their helmet. So basically what we do is a helmet gets scratched or gouged up throughout the season. I mean, we'll change the helmet out to give them a fresh one. And if a player needs a new helmet every game, we'll do that. So we'll repaint those, like I said, re-decal, clean the insides. Any hardware, such as the chin strap or snaps, buckles like that, we'll go through every helmet and replace all that. So that's a typical, and we'll do that for all 70 helmets. If a guy goes to the game but has no playing time at all, we'll still go through his helmet just because of the pregame activities. So we want to make sure everybody's on the same footing, keep everybody looking good.
Soccer shoes. This is what he wants right here.
There's typically 4,000 to 5,000 helmets that we wear. Cleats, 4 or 5 styles, but it's you almost take it for granted. You can rattle off shoe sizes for players. Like I probably couldn't tell you my shoe size, but I can tell you what size John Brantley wears. It's just little details like that you become in tune with.
What size shoe does John Brantley?
13 and a half. So I guess every equipment guy has their own way of doing things. Just kind of be methodical and just pay attention to detail. And that's just really my pet peeve. I want to pay attention to the details and make sure everything's done the correct way. And I don't have a list of what we put on the truck. I just kind of go through piece by piece in my head, and as we're loading it, I know what we need and how it needs to get on the truck and whatnot. So, Chris Rainey, for instance, has a pair of socks that he likes to wear that he wants them on his practice strap, and he wants to make sure they get to the game. So little details like that. Just that's kind of what makes the job. You pay attention to those and make sure they get what they want and what they need to be comfortable in. Really, there's no different than any other. They're cotton socks, but that's just, if that's what it takes for him to feel comfortable, we'll make sure it gets done. Typically, the biggest thing I worry about is the game balls, and we try to take 16 game balls with us per game. just because some you lose in the stadium, or if it rains, you want to have something to kind of keep keep some of the balls dry. Tees, we'll have 4 or 5 tees with us. It's the little things that you overlook, and it's like you'll think about it during the week, and as soon as you think about it, you get up right then and you go put it in a trunk somewhere, just so you know, like I said, you have backups for the backup. The largest object would probably be the sideline Gatorade cooler that we have to, that's on the field for their marketing reasons, and the trainers use it, to set the Gatorade up on. As far as the most important thing that we take would obviously be the player bags with the uniforms. Anything relating directly to the game, I'm always concerned about, double check, and the coaches' communication. The headsets that the coaches wear, those are the ones I always want to make sure that I see them get put on the truck. Basically, the process is once we arrive, everything that was loaded in Gainesville, we unload at the site. It's a little chaotic at first. We kind of just get everything in the room, and then once we get it situated where every player is going to be locker-wise, then we start to sort the bags, the laundry, straps, jerseys, uniforms. And then as you can see, what we're doing now is we'll go through and fold everything nice, everything neat, ready for the players to arrive. As soon as halftime's over with, I usually load the entire third quarter. So really post-game, the only thing we're waiting on are a few trunks and the player bags. So, we want to be moving as fast as possible after the game because it's usually a long ride back. And if we could get out quickly, it's always nice to get into the police escort with the team going to the airport. So that's pretty much our focus post-game. I really didn't plan on doing this for a career, but once you get to that point and you can see that this possibility, coming from Atlanta, I'm from North Florida, I grew up 30 minutes from here, I never thought I'd be at the University of Florida doing this. So actually getting that job would probably be the most memorable experience.